Hi, my name is Tara, and I'm creating this video to document my journey through cancer. On February 15th of 2019, I was diagnosed with B Cell Non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And at the time, that was quite a mouthful for me. I had never really heard of that and didn't know a whole lot about it. And I can tell you, as I'm sitting here with a diagnosis, I still don't know a whole lot about it. But I know that this is a really quite extraordinary experience that I'm going through. And it's something that I do want to document, because if it can help one person, then this is worth sharing. Probably the most private thing I've ever gone through in my life. So I guess just to update you with where I'm at currently today, like I said, I was officially diagnosed with lymphoma on February 15th of 2019, but I have known something was wrong for quite some time. With that said, I'm still going through the motions of really getting down to talking to the right oncologist. And that's a whole video in itself. I've definitely been passed around by doctor to doctor, and that's been a really hard and frustrating experience, not just for me, but for my family. Just because when you are diagnosed, or when you know something is truly very wrong with you, you want to get to the bottom of it, and you want answers, and you just want at least a plan of action to help get rid of it, or move on to the next step and hopefully eliminate it or make it a little better. So to give you a little background, or to kind of tell you what my current situation is, I currently have a tumor that is attached to my cervix, although it is not cervical cancer. So that's a really big difference. They're completely different cancers, and from what I've been told, cervical cancer is not treated the same way as lymphoma at all. So I've seen a fertility doctor because the nature of where my tumor is, if you look at the female anatomy, my tumor is attached to my cervix, and it has actually attached itself and grown onto my uterus and parts of my bladder. And it's a pretty massive tumor. From what I understand, is probably in between the size of an orange and a grapefruit. So it's a massive guy. I've even named him just to keep myself, put a little humor into it. And as you can imagine, it is growing in the same general area where a baby would. So it's pretty ironic. So yeah, right now I've seen a fertility doctor, and I'm a 33-year-old female. I haven't been married that long. I have always wanted to be a mom, and unfortunately I'm facing problems with my fertility, and I have perfect eggs and perfect ovaries, and they're right here. And I've told the doctor, why can't you just go in there and just grab those eggs and preserve them? And how it's been communicated to me is, it is more important to focus on my health at this point than to worry about preserving my fertility. So it's really a lot to swallow as a 33-year-old female with no children, who wants children. But that's what we're exploring, and it's not all negative news. It's what I've been told is that depending on the chemo that I will most likely go under, depending on what type that my doctor has me undergo, I could preserve my fertility and my eggs. I still could have perfect eggs. It may diminish some of them. I think it was described that it would be a fractional hit. So depending on how many eggs I currently have right now, it may destroy some of them, but they may keep some of them. And that's what my husband and I are clinging on to at this point. But right now also it is really trying to attack that cancer. So it's coming up with a plan of attack to just get rid of this thing. So that's where I'm at right now. And I just wanted to create a video to kind of generally talk about, what I'm going through as someone with cancer who's been newly diagnosed with cancer. I will say that I've always, anytime I heard of cancer, I always thought that was a really, really sad thing, but it seems so far away. Like, oh, that's horrible to hear, but it's never going to happen to me. I don't really have cancer in my family. It won't happen to me. It won't happen to my family. And here I am today, and it's very much happening to me and my family. So I think the purpose for me documenting this is to create awareness, and if it can help one person at all, that's why I'm doing this, because lymphoma can happen to anybody. So please, keep that in mind and create awareness. And if you have any intuition at all that something is wrong with your body, don't be afraid to go to a doctor. And if that doctor tells you that nothing is wrong, go to another doctor, because that was my experience. And had I gone to just one other person, I probably wouldn't be here in the same exact situation right now. It probably would have been, even if it was just discovered early, it wouldn't have grown as far as it has. And I wouldn't be, my husband and my family and I would not be facing this situation. So that's my advice. And I hope to, document things along the way. I think this is kind of a crazy experience, and hopefully it's something I never have to go through again. So I hope to be in touch, and I hope this helps somebody out there. That's the whole purpose of this. So please keep myself and my family in your thoughts and prayers. And I thank you for watching, and I hope to talk to you soon. All right. See you later. Bye.